G'day, Raleigh. We're back in the podcast studio. The weather's warmed up. It's summer. It's time to get out and celebrate and enjoy all the fun festivals and everything on offer, which we have been doing. You can follow along all of that on our social channels and the blog. We're producing content about the fun things we're doing. We've got videos and we've got our monthly events, what's happening in Raleigh post too, so you can plan ahead and check for that. But anyway, for this episode, we're diving into real estate. And we're going to be talking about finding a realtor and a fun new addition or concierge service that we've added to help our This Is Raleigh community. So I'm excited to dive into that today.
Good morning, Caroline.
Good morning.
G'day, guys. Yes, it's hot out there. We're recording this it's nearly the mid-June now. Wow. It's hot weather-wise, and I think the Raleigh real estate market is still pretty hot. Maybe not as hot as it was last year and what have you, but
it's still hot.
It's still Raleigh's still one of the places to be, and probably in the top 3 in the country.
Yeah, and by the time you're listening to this, I'm sure you've heard that recent announcements, Meta, previously known as Facebook, is coming to Durham. So it doesn't look like real estate market will settle down in the Triangle at all.
No, Durham, just 30 minutes from Raleigh if you're not familiar with the Triangle area. Raleigh, Durham, but some people get upset when you say Raleigh, Durham, but we're whatever.
We're a cooperative society here.
Raleigh Durham Airport is smack bang in the middle, so what do you do?
Yeah, it's great. That's one of the benefits of living in Raleigh is that we're so close to amazing places. Durham, Chapel Hill, the Triangle. It feels like we're not segregated here in Raleigh. We're actually part of something bigger and better. So of course we're going to talk about that. Like people sometimes will. And we shared about the Fenton development in Carey the other day, and someone put a little smart aleck comment, "This is Carey, not this is Raleigh." So I kind of responded and just let him know that how cool it was that in Raleigh, Carey's 15 minutes away. And why would you say, oh, well, Carey is like across the border from Raleigh. I'm not going to go and experience something there. I'm not going to share something. That'd be ridiculous. Of course we're going to do that. So
yeah, I mean, I laugh about this. Even the Visit Raleigh folks share stuff about Carey and Apex and Wake Forest and Holly Springs.
Please.
Like it's one of the municipalities of Raleigh, so it's all good.
Yeah.
And then, as we've said before, like you can be anywhere in most places in Raleigh, and you're like 15, 20 minutes to everywhere, whether it's the airport, RTP, North Hills, downtown Raleigh. That's one of the things we love living in the Raleigh Triangle area, like easy access, like you mentioned, Durham, Chapel Hill, Wake Forest. We're never bored of things to do. It's one of the great reasons to live in Raleigh.
Exactly. I mean, it's a vibrant lifestyle. You can step a few miles outside of Raleigh borders. Why wouldn't you? Like there's so many great things to experience in the Triangle area. So that was a little ranty sidetrack, but got to make the podcast a little ranty sometimes. But yeah, so now we've got all the big cats coming into Raleigh. We've got Google, Apple, and Meta just completed the trio there.
Big
now we
cats
need
or
Musk.
Big dogs?
Oh, who cares? Big egos.
Let's go down a rabbit hole.
The big egos are coming in, really?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to slow down anytime soon. And we're talking to someone recently, like Raleigh is becoming, they used to just be like regional headquarters of companies, but now it's becoming like their US headquarters and even their global headquarters on some occasions. So, it's attractive for families like us to live in Raleigh. It's attractive for businesses to relocate to Raleigh. It ticks a lot of boxes, lifestyle and business. So, Raleigh's been steadily growing for a long time, ever since we first moved here in 2004. And yeah, I don't see it slowing down anytime soon.
No, and everyone knows progress is great. I mean, one reason, this city has changed so much since we moved here in 2004. There's a lot more we can do here, which is awesome. And it all adds to that vibrant lifestyle that we all love. But it does come with its challenges that people are starting to worry a lot about now. Affordable housing is one of those serious issues. We're always concerned about the loss of forest that comes with growth, but these are really tough challenges that we have. I don't know a solution to it, but we have to come together as a community and vote leaders who care about coming up with solutions that really fit with 2022 and how, we're a more global world, how we can deal with climate change and how we can continue to grow without, hurting the environment and people as well. So tough times ahead for our leaders.
Yes. We've said it 1,000 times. The thing we love about Raleigh most is the trees and the forest and the greenery, and we hope that it keeps that uniqueness and its identity. Like, that's what Raleigh's known for when people move here, because they love living here. And if we lose that, well, you're going to, take away some of the joy of living here.
That's right. And we were at the City Club. We went there for lunch a week or so back, and that's the top of the Wells Fargo building, so second tallest building in Raleigh. We got to go, on the rooftop, but even from the City Club there through the windows is this most extraordinary view, 360-degree view of Raleigh, and it was really amazing to look from up there, because all you do see for miles is trees. You can't even tell that there are like streets filled with homes. You're just overlooking a forest. The only thing that's cleared really a couple blocks downtown. So it was like, that's really special. We live in a city that's 500,000 people in the downtown Raleigh region, I think, and you can't tell because it's all hidden underneath the trees. I mean, that's awesome.
That's an amazing perspective. If you can get up there to the City Club, we can share a link to their offering and their club services. Get that perspective from high up. Like, I even see it when I fly my drone, from 400 foot in the air, like how different, it just shows off, highlights all the trees and the foresty neighbourhoods. But that was pretty cool.
That was cool. And we do have, I know I put something out on TikTok, but I'm about to put something out on Instagram. So by the time you listen to this, I'll have something from the City Club so you can actually see what we saw. Yeah,
we've just dabbled into the world of TikTok. Oh dear, here we go. With all our free time.
So, let us know if you're on TikTok, if you follow us. It's at This Is Raleigh. And it's hard because we're putting stuff out on all the channels. So how do you do something different on TikTok? And I guess TikTok is a little bit more raw, short clips. So I'm trying to do just, a 7-second grab maybe of a beautiful view or a fun drink, just something different, where our reels on Instagram tend to show like more of a story or an experience in an entirety rather than little snippets.
Yeah, I guess it's a bit more edited on Instagram. I guess that was the gram, when it started off as just a photo app. It was like, that was its thing. But I kind of like that about TikTok, how it's just, unplugged.
It is, and we might, I don't know, maybe try and pretend to be funny or attempt to be funny. But I don't have the energy to be a comedian on TikTok. But we do have a fun snake one that we're going to do, and I won't reveal too much.
Yeah.
That'll be our entry into TikTok funny, and please laugh just so that we feel encouraged, even if we're not funny. But anyway, enough of all that. Let's go into real estate. So finding a real estate agent is actually quite a challenging and stressful experience. And we know we recently went through it with buying our house last August. We have a podcast episode on that. If you haven't heard it, you can catch up all the story there. But it was really challenging for us. And we knew a lot of realtors in the Raleigh area. So we didn't have to do a lot of research into finding a real estate agent. We knew so many that we could reach out to. But it was a stressful experience because we had to screen them, interview them, try and figure out who was going to be the best match for us. And then the painful decision of deciding, who after, you've got all these great people, anyone would have been incredible. Who do you actually choose? And one thing that really helped us, we got to the point where it was like, this is just too much overwhelm. I just don't want to make a decision. When you get to overwhelm, no one makes a decision anyway. What was really beneficial was a very good friend of ours, Travis. He introduced us to Amanda, and it was because, Travis, we know, like, and trust you. So we're just you've made the process easier. We're just going to go with what your recommendation was.
Yeah, referrals always help, no matter what it is, because Travis is in a similar industry we're in, like publishing and traveling and stuff like that. And it always helps to get, tap into your network who have, been where you want to go. But it was overwhelming because we, but we didn't know whether to get a realtor who specialises in Pacific neighbourhood in Raleigh, where we wanted to look, the type of housing we wanted to buy. It was overwhelming and time consuming, but good advice we got was to interview 3 to 5 realtors on the phone, and that really helped narrow it down, just speaking with them and stuff like that, hearing how they operate. Yeah, and you just want to go with somebody who is a great communicator, obviously, and understands your needs and what you're looking for, and good at getting back to you quickly, because I'm sure you know housing, they're not staying on the market for very long.
They are not.
It was basically, I guess it's still the same now. We would look a house and we'd have to put in an offer that afternoon, or you miss out.
Oh, you couldn't delay.
You need a realtor who's on top of their game.
Yeah,
can move fast, can make do creative offerings, as in structuring the deal and stuff like that. So we want to help you guys find the best realtors for your needs.
Yeah, so in a world of 1,001 real estate agents.
Well, I think there's actually like 5,000 plus realtors in Raleigh. I mean, it's like everything. There's good and bad realtors, like there's good and bad chefs, I guess.
Yes, well, of course, good and bad people just in general, no matter where you go. But
not saying anything bad about chefs. It's just
no, but good and bad teachers,
example.
Good and bad leaders, good and bad in all walks of life. And so for us, we have started something new with This Is Raleigh to help people, especially those who are moving into Raleigh, know nobody. They don't know anything. How on earth do they start finding a real estate agent that has all of those things you mentioned? Their experience, they understand this market, they know how to create creative deals and all of those things, deal with the due diligence here in North Carolina, which is crazy. That's in our other podcast, so you can go over and listen to that if you don't know about it. But so we had a lot of people coming through our site. If you're listening, hello, and you found us through the podcast, because we have a lot of people. Almost every time we go out on the street now, someone will stop us and say, you guys helped so much. Your podcast helped so much when we were thinking about moving to Raleigh. And if you do see us on the street, please come up and say hey. We're very friendly, so don't be nervous or frightened about that. We love people, we love meeting, we love to hear your stories. So do that. But so a lot of people are reaching out to us and need this help, and they don't know where to start. And so we thought, well, why don't we take that opportunity and do something with it? So for the last 6 months, I have been studying for my real estate license.
Go Kaz. Glad it was you, not me. Just quietly. I probably would have failed.
It's so funny when you look back on your life, and I remember when I was young and, must have been in my teens or something, I was actually really wanted to be a real estate agent. So you just never know in life how those things can come about. But so anyway, I was studying that for 6 months, and then at the end of April, I passed my realtor exam. I didn't think I was going to pass it because it was an incredibly difficult exam, and I nearly cried in the middle of it, but somehow I passed it. So I actually knew a lot more than I thought I did.
Go Kaz. Well done. Yeah. Well done.
Thank you.
You passed the test. First go too, which is great. Nothing worse than having to repeat and restudy.
Oh, I know. That's why I was nearly crying. I was like, I cannot study for this again. I cannot take this test again. But anyway, I did it. And so, I was like, oh, wow, okay. I do know more than I thought I did. And so that's really cool. But, however, I should
have come up with a little quiz this morning to hit you with a few questions, see how much you remember.
Well, wouldn't know what questions to ask me.
I know some common real estate questions people have, but no, I'll let you off the hook.
But a lot of it was around real estate law, obviously. And so that's, that's a challenge to remember and
it is.
Law stuff. I don't really know if I have quite the legal brain, but apparently I do. Mm-hmm. But however, I'm not going to be buying and selling houses, which you might be thinking, what? Well, how can you help me? I'm actually going to be a referral agent. And so in order to be a referral agent, you have to be a licensed realtor. So I am nationally, I am a realtor in the National Realtors Association. So that's like an important title. Not everyone does it. For real.
You're legit.
I am a legit.
I can actually use the term realtor. You can put on an office on the wall.
Yes, I do. I have a license and a license number. I'm actually part of a brokerage team, an online XP Realty brokerage team. So I'm all of the thing. I'm all legit. I'm doing continuing education. I just completed an ethics course. So I'm legit. Licensed, professional, accredited, all of that stuff. I just don't want to buy and sell houses. I really don't want to. The purpose of this, who knows, in the future I might change my mind, but the purpose of this was not to do it because we love what we do. We love what we do. We love sharing Raleigh, as you all know. We love helping people coming to Raleigh and we love connecting people. And that's something we've naturally done all our lives. And I think it's something we have become skillful in as a matter of necessity and survival, really, because we have constantly moved. We've been nomad, if you don't know, nomads for like 23 years, living in other countries, moving around. And so our entire life has been based upon finding connections with strangers, because we're always meeting strangers and we have to assimilate and adapt quickly. And in order to do that, we connect with people, and we know how to do it just because we were forced to, sink or swim kind of thing. So it makes a lot of sense for us to now take on that kind of role here for those needing help and not knowing anyone and not knowing any realtors and feeling like a fish out of water. It's like we can step in kind of like as a concierge service to help those people.
Yeah, I mean, we've moved to Raleigh 3 times. And
we know it's tough.
I mean, that was to rent the first 3 times, but then we bought our house last August, so we know that side of things as well. And yeah, moving to a new city, and whether you're really looking for a job or just for a lifestyle change, we know how daunting and overwhelming and stressful that can be. So if we can help you save time and hopefully save money and make it as painless and seamless as possible, that's what we hope to do, because we love doing that about living in Raleigh. All the content we share, like, you know, things to do in Raleigh, places to eat and drink, all the, you know, activities you can do, things with kids, etc. But yeah, if we can make a big focus moving forward is going to be like the living in Raleigh stuff, and like doing some like neighborhood guides and best places to live for whether you're a family or a young professional couple, etc., or the type of houses you live in. We want to try and connect you up with the right neighborhood and the right person to help you get a home.
Yeah, exactly. And how it will work, this might be all new language to you, is what is a referral agent and how does it work? But so it means I can now act in a capacity where as I mentioned, we have so many people coming through our site asking for help. So now I can step into that role, and I refer people looking to either buy or sell homes. And we do know some commercial people too. So if there's commercial people out there, we can hook you up with commercial people, but mostly residential, buying or selling homes, whether you're moving to Raleigh or you're already in Raleigh and just moving around the area. Even if you're moving out of Raleigh, we have agents that we're building relationships with. I can go global with this, which is so cool. But obviously our focus is Raleigh, but that is there. And what we are doing, because we know a lot of realtors, we have personal relationships with them, know, like, and trust them. We know the experience that they have. We know their customer care is excellent. So when someone reaches out to us now, I can simply say, okay, tell me what you're looking for. Tell me the type of agent you would feel most comfortable working with. And I'm going to do all that hard work, and I'm going to introduce you to an agent that's going to be a great fit for you. Now, all of this is at no cost to anyone. As a referral agent, I do earn like a commission on the eventual sale of the property. So just obviously want to be transparent about everything there. But we have that team of trusted, vetted, qualified agents that we are building, and we're looking at agents who are experienced in different areas. Like the other day I matched up a lady moving over from California who really wants to acquire land to buy on. Land to build on out in East Raleigh. So I, found an agent through my connections who's very experienced in buying land and developing, and she was very happy because I saved her so much time, and she was a fish out of water. She didn't even know where to start looking for that. And I, in less than a day, was able to, because of our contacts and connections, match her up with someone.
Yeah, cool. So I guess we're like your eyes and ears, boots on the ground kind of, and like save you time. And yeah, whether you're looking to buy a house like inside the Beltline, or you're a young couple, you want to buy an apartment, within the city or out of the city. A family home, North Raleigh, Carey, Wake Forest, what have you.
Yeah.
We're going to tap into our network and find the relevant folks, whether it's a mortgage broker as well. We did a great podcast with our mortgage broker. So if you're looking for financing, we can help you with that too. April, and we'll link to that in the show notes.
Yep.
Yeah. So whether it's getting financing, getting your funding organized and stuff like that, and then borrowing finding a realtor to buy. And I guess, eventually as well, if you obviously not everyone can buy as soon as they get here. They like to move here and rent a place for a while so they can look around the neighbourhoods and see what's a better fit. And we also have connections there with through Amanda with furnished home rentals from like 30, 60 and 90 days.
Exactly. And I mentioned commercial. I just connected a good friend of ours with the commercial agent we knew the other day. And so I find it really exciting. I love that because I just know how stressful it was for us. And I just don't think when you're moving anywhere and just moving, let alone buying, looking to buy, there's so much you have to put your attention to and think about your finances, finding new friends, getting set up with doctors and all of that. If you can just take one of these stressful things out of the equation, and free up your time to do other important things, I just think it's so exciting for me that I can just quickly match someone up and they're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. You've really helped me. And I'm like, yes, I love doing that. And that's what we love doing. That's why I don't want to buy and sell homes, because I think we're better suited to do this kind of stuff. And it's not like, for us, it's not, okay, here's your great realtor match. Now you guys go off and do your thing. It's like we stay in contact with them because we're then the resource for when people move into Raleigh, and then that comes into This is Raleigh and the community that we have created and the helpful content guide. So when people come into Raleigh then and they're moving here, they've got all that settled out, and it's like, well, what's next? Well, let us help you settle in, and we have our meetups. So there's an opportunity for them to come, and at our meetup last month, there were newcomers, people who had recently moved here 2 weeks ago, and they've instantly formed friendships. They went out to lunch and that together the other day, and I'm just like, that's so cool that we can help people in this way. It's great.
It's awesome. And then obviously us as a family, one of the hardest things moving into an area or anywhere is like the school system, figuring that out with your kids. That's probably one of the biggest pain points for a family, figuring out, where the school's zoned, what type of schools are available and stuff like that. And we did a great podcast with Libby, who is an expert on the Wake County school systems. We'll link to that one as well. And navigating, she's like a consultant to families to figure out what school would be most suitable for their kids and what stage of the school system they're through. And in the near future, we're also going to get someone on who's like a consultant for applying for colleges as well. So, a couple of big life moment things there. And if we can help you navigate that easier, we'll just want to, chat with the experts and provide the information. And, that's, figuring out, as I mentioned, the schools, or if it's a job relocation too, we want to, try and help with like recruiters and stuff, put you in touch with the right recruiters. And I guess the other thing when you're buying a house, how far you got to commute and all that sort of jazz, which is important to people when you're talking about quality of life. You don't want to be sitting in your car all day. There's
so much involved. And we know it for sure. We've done it over and over again in different countries. So it's using our expertise and skills in this new way. And we're both really excited to see where it goes. As with everything we do, it's always evolving. We're always adapting and changing. So we're excited to see where this goes and how we evolve it into being a really great community resource for
we
people.
love it. We love showing off Raleigh, and I'm looking forward to going out and doing some more neighbourhood guides and taking more photos and videos of the drone. And people love to look at photos of real estate and houses and stuff like that. It's some of our most popular content.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, because when you move into an area, you want to see the neighbourhoods and the type of architecture and stuff. It's cool. I love still taking photos of various places and learn a lot. It's great for us.
It really is. And so we are going to be sharing a little bit more of that content on our channels, like some of the realtors that we're working with. They may
we'll get them on the podcast.
We'll get them on the podcast. They may have cool properties they're selling or something, so we may share it through our social channels. Our social channels are not going to be heavily skewed into that anymore. We're going to keep doing exactly what we have been doing.
Yeah.
We're just going to throw in a few extra of these here every now and then, and a podcast episode every now and then that helping people moving here, like you said, the college consultant, those type of content that are really helping people. We'll do more of that as well.
Yeah, I think the plan is to like some of the realtors that we partner with, do walk through some of their listings with us, and we can take like a little Instagram reel video and stuff and showcase it that way. And then obviously NC State being here and all the colleges and stuff in the Triangle area, but also the view is to create some content around that, because I know like families like take road trips like to potential colleges their kids are going to go to check out not just the school but the area. Like if you're going to commit 4 years of your life to studying somewhere, you want to know what's the city all about.
Exactly.
Like, what are the options here and stuff. So
exactly,
it's endless the content we can create.
We could even end up getting college students doing some of that content for us
totally.
because
Actually,
it's real and
that
relevant.
That's totally in the plan to outsource some of that stuff, and like campus life, or things they do on the
Raleigh
weekends and
campus,
something. Yeah. So if you know any college kids who are savvy in the with their phones and media and social media and stuff, shoot us a message. And same if you're a realtor out there listening, if you want to grab a coffee anytime and just a chat, we always love doing that.
Yeah. So what I've got, as I said, we're building up a team. I have about 4 agents now, 4 or 5. And they're working with about 3 or 4 leads that I've set up already. So we've got people coming through, and we really haven't even started promoting yet or putting any effort into it because we've just been consumed with a lot of other stuff. But we're really going to start getting them in. So if you are listening and you're a realtor, we are looking to have that list of qualified agents on hand that we have a relationship with, that we know, like, and trust. Super important for us because we want to give the absolute best service to the people coming through our blog, because we have a brand and a reputation that we've built years developing, and we're very solid on that, and it served us very well. So the last thing we want to be doing is affecting that by recommending people we don't trust, that we don't think would take as much care of the people we're connecting them with as they would with us. So that's really, really important for us. I have got a form. I'll put it in the show notes. Mm-hmm. So if you're a realtor that would like possibly to partner with us in this way, you can fill out that form. So there's a form for realtors looking to partner with us that we can build a referral relationship with and a real estate business with. We also have a form if you are looking for a realtor, whether, as I mentioned before, you're moving into the Raleigh area or you're already living here and moving within. And if you're selling, it's not just buying, selling as well. There's a form. I'll leave it in the show notes. If you just fill that in, there's just a few questions on the form, just basically letting us know what you're looking for, what you like in an agent, a few extra details about that so that we can really find someone that's a great match for you and just save you a lot of time and hassle, really. Yeah,
you mentioned EXP Realty, so you've partnered with Amanda Williams, local Raleigh girl, Amanda Williams, the travelling realtor. And she's awesome, and so we've joined her team. But you're not exclusively just have to work with EXP agents. You can work with anyone. Really.
No, right. I can work with anyone. At the moment, I am just working with people who aren't in EXP. I obviously would love to build the EXP Realty arm and help people who want to have that cloud-based realty business and sort of be a little bit more independent in that way. So if that is you, then absolutely I can help you with that as well. But I will be doing both, because just having that extensive list of people I trust is a great thing, I think. And Raleigh's got a real cool lot of realtors out there.
Totally.
But Amanda, she's fantastic. Super inspiring. Oh my gosh, she's so young and she's just rocking the real estate world, really.
Yeah, as I mentioned, she's a local born and bred Raleigh girl. She lives based in Cabo in Mexico right now, but she's in Raleigh and North Carolina often because she has her her furnished rental business, and she has her Raleigh Realtors team. So, and she's always doing trainings and stuff like business side of things, and she's really savvy. Yeah,
she just made Success Magazine as a top businesswoman. She's, I just like to. can't remember the saying now, but there's a saying, I just like to be on the teams of people who are where I want to be, kind of someone I can learn a lot from, who's really smashing goals and a great leader, and she's obviously female, which I think is awesome to see women having such great success, especially in the real estate world. So
yeah, and she's not complacent either. She's always furthering her education and like how
crazy.
she can, be a better communicator, be smarter in business, all facets of real estate and business and life. So, which is great.
Getting into retreats now, leadership retreats, and she's really awesome. I'm happy that, thanks to our friend Travis who introduced us. to her.
Cheers, Travis. I know you're listening in all the way down there in Carolina Beach, and we'll catch up with you through the summer for a beer.
Travis from Extra Pack of Peanuts, guys. If you want to follow someone cool and you want a new podcast to listen to,
E-pop.
Travis and Heather from Extra Pack of Peanuts, husband and wife team, great friends of ours. They travel the world. They do house hacking. So, they rent out properties, Airbnb, and their own home on Airbnb, and just travel the world.
And
while
Heather's
they do
great
it.
at interior design too.
She's fantastic. Yep.
Yeah, they got a lot of Instagram accounts, a lot about lifestyle and houses and travel.
Yeah, yep. If you want some inspiring ideas about interior design, Heather is definitely the one to follow. And we'll put links to them in the show notes as well, so you can follow along there.
All right. So, do you want to recap? Wrap it up?
Yep.
So
I think
if you
that was it.
So go to thisisraleigh.com and you've the forms in several places there.
Yes, I do. So we will have it in the show notes. So if you are listening on one of the podcast streaming platforms, head on over to This Is Raleigh and you can just search for this podcast. But we have a podcast tab. Click on the podcast tab. You'll see this episode and all the links will be in there. Failing that, on This Is Raleigh, there is a link, I believe, at the top of the page that says looking for a realtor. You can click on that. Or in the drop-down menu, Living in Raleigh, that menu, I think it's called Living in Raleigh. Is that correct?
Yes.
Under there, we'll have looking for a realtor. Now, and I will add in, I don't have for the actual realtors who want to partner with us, that link will be in the show notes, but I will go and add that into the menu on our page as well, so you can easily find it.
Yeah, just bear with us, guys. She just got a license a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
We're getting all this started, but if you're listening to this in the future, today's June 13. We'll try and get up to speed.
By the time
pretty quickly.
By the time you look
actually,
at this,
the main tab on thisisraleigh.com is Raleigh Life. So if you click on that tab, and then there's a Living in Raleigh section, and then you can find our podcast section. So it's all there. But and another great thing to do is join our weekly email list.
That's right. Yep.
Like we have a form on the front of our email. Join the Raleigh community, and we send out Caroline sends out a great email every Friday with a bit of our life story and all the cool things happening in around Raleigh, and also a monthly events blog post, sorry. But the best way to stay in contact with us is via email, and that's more personal, or Instagram at This Is Raleigh as well. Yep,
and through the email I'll send any important updates and stuff, like when we're announcing our meetups, we'll send that direct to the email community so you don't miss it. We gave tickets away to the NC Hops Fest on the weekend, so we send an email out so people don't miss it, because you can obviously find us on Instagram. We recommend that you connect with us, TikTok too maybe, but the problem is on the social media, you're relying on the algorithms and what those platforms want you to see, and they don't often always want you to see what we're putting out, which is highly annoying.
Yeah.
So the email community is one way you can make sure you don't miss those important updates and connections. And as Craig said, our people really love the weekly Friday email because they're discovering really cool things because of what we're putting out and what's happening that weekend and week, so they can plan and live this vibrant lifestyle we love so much.
Yeah, I still love using email. Like if I want to stay up to date with a particular website or person, like I subscribe to their email. And like I said, just go to our homepage on thisisraleigh.com, just scroll down a bit and you'll see the Let's Explore Raleigh together, and then you just pop your name and email in there, join the community, and we'd love to be in contact.
We do have those links also through our Instagram bio link. So if you click on that, it'll have a list, it'll go to a page where there are a list of links, and on there we'll have the sign up to the email list it will also have a link to the looking for the realtor form and a link to if you are a realtor looking to work as a referral basis with us.
Yeah, and we just don't send you emails. We actually reply to all the emails that we get to. We love to help people with their questions and stuff like that. We get a lot of emails, and we've always been focused on replying to those emails and having a personal touch and service and helping people.
Yeah, I mean, as we said, community is big for us. Community, as I mentioned, had always big when we were traveling. We had to find a community. Otherwise, we were living very lonely lives on the road. Travel's amazing. Travel's awesome. But if you're not connecting with others, it can get pretty lonely. So we would sit on the hostel couch and speak with strangers from all over the world, and we suddenly realised how rich and exciting life was when you connected with other human beings, and it didn't matter how different they were. That was a cause for celebration and curiosity, and so that's just how we've lived our life. So when we started our travel blog 12 years ago, it was just Facebook back then. So Craig and I said to each other, okay, so we want Facebook, that community, to be like the hostel couch. We want it to be a place where other travellers can just hang out and talk, accept each other, be welcoming, warm, friendly. And so that's the community online that we've been building now for 12 years. It's so important to us. It's one reason we were so successful with our travel blog. I think it's one reason This Is Raleigh has taken off as quickly as it has, just because that's just our purpose for everything. We love it. And we put that into everything we do. It's so important to us, community. So we do those things. We reply to people when they send us an email. We reply to all of our comments on social media. If you come up and talk to us in real life, we will talk to you, sometimes for quite a long time. So
yeah, you might stumble on us sometimes out in public in having a moment, or our kids are having a moment, but still, that's
real.
life. We keep it real. We are far from perfect, guys.
I remember that one time not too long ago, I was ranting about Exxon, as you do. Those fuel prices are a joke at the moment. But I was ranting about it right when someone said, "Excuse me, you guys cuss." And I'm like, oh my God, no, I think I was just cussing.
Would you like to talk gas prices? No, actually. Let's just move to the area, and your content helped us. That's wonderful. Thank you. But no,
Excuse my French.
Yeah, Instagram, you'll see the Instagram, which is basically everyone's highlight reel. But, it is what it is. We're not always at our best. But still, please, come up to us on the street. Send us an email or a direct message via Instagram. There's no silly question. We're happy to help, and if we don't know the answer to something, we'll find somebody who does. Yeah,
that's what's so great is we can, because building relationships is what we do, and we know people not just in the real estate world, but we know people, as you said, the school consultant, the college consultant, and people in the finance area, and people in other businesses, and so we can easily find answers. We can easily connect people.
All the key things
that will help them.
All the key topics around moving to a city or living in a city, we want to find the experts in that and be able to point you in their direction.
Yeah, I just had lunch the other day with Australian and her sister, so two Aussie sisters. One lives in Canada, the one's living in Australia near where we used to live, and she's moving over here, possibly to Kerry. So I had brunch with them, and it was just fantastic. It was that same thing that we do online. Had lunch with them to help them answer their questions about living in Raleigh, moving to this area. We spoke a lot about schools, and because that's such a huge priority for people moving here with kids, understandably. So we spoke a lot about that. We spoke about great areas to live, and it was so awesome to speak to Australians again, but also just so great that I could be that helpful resources. And she was like, oh my gosh, you've made everything so much easier for me. Thank you. And that floats my boat. I love doing that.
Yeah. I mean, here's the deal, guys. Like I said, we moved here 3 times and we've immigrated to the US. Like, we've lived in 5 countries. I think we have a unique perspective, and that resonates with people. I mean, we love Raleigh, obviously, and we chose to live in Raleigh after visiting 50 countries and traveling through 40 states in the US. And we chose to live in Raleigh, which speaks for itself.
It does.
But, so we're not biased, and we're not going to tell you, everything's amazing and 100%.
No, it's got some problems.
No, Raleigh has Raleigh's not perfect. No place is, but it ticks a lot of boxes for us and for a lot of people. And actually, we even have a popular blog post on our site X amount of reasons not to live in Raleigh, because it is not for everybody. And we can link to that one too if you like. But it's not to say don't live in Raleigh. It's like come here with the expectations of like, this is some things that might annoy you.
Yeah.
Depends on where you're coming from and your perspective. So it's just about being helpful and with your expectations and preparing you.
Yeah. Yep. Totally. So that's all about this new fun part that we're offering, ways that we can help you. And we're just so excited to be able to do this. I did go to a lot of effort to make this happen.
Because we're not busy enough. We just need more things to do.
I know that studying
all our free time. Eye roll. We don't sleep, basically. Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely worth it. Definitely a way that we can keep building community and helping people. So we're very excited about it and happy to help you guys as much as we can. And we're always open to feedback. So please send us an email, kazcraig@thisisraleigh.com. You can reach out on social. Let us know if there's something you want us to create content on. If you'd like us to see more of, maybe what you don't want us to do, it's okay. We take feedback as long as it's kind and respectful. It's totally good because we're open to changing all the time and getting better.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Looking forward to this part of the journey.
Yeah.
And helping you folks get settled and live the vibrant Raleigh lifestyle.
Exactly. And so if you like this episode, share it with your friends. Anyone you know who's moving here, who needs help finding a realtor, now you know that you can share us with them, recommend us to them. You can subscribe to our podcast on your favourite podcast platform. Leave a review if you haven't done that already, because that really helps us a lot. And as Craig mentioned, join our email community.
Yes. All right. That's it. I think get out there and, hit the beach or hit the lake and or hit the trail.
Yes, absolutely.
Or a brewery.
Yep.
Many cool things to do.
Cool things. And we've got some cool interviews lined up coming up, and we'll have our second quarter wrap. That's going to be coming up soon. And we'll be sharing what summer fun we get up to now our kids are on break.
Yes, and when I say hit the beach, they're 2 hours away, and I just recently published a blog post, 12 great beaches near Raleigh. So look out for that as well. That's why we love living here, close to the beach, close to the mountains. It's all good.
Yep.
All right, guys. Appreciate you listening in, and stay tuned. We'll record another episode next week.
Bye.
Bye.